Mga kababayan, since I think Ma'am Hanilet arrived here on a Wednesday. I specifically remember kasi I have an appointment doon sa dentist ko, ano. And then I was not able to cover that part or that day ng Q&A opportunity. Bakit po? Kasi nandun po ako sa Almere that time. And then they had an opportunity to interview her, and then she made mention that she was okay. And all of the videos are actually posted on different social media platforms of different Filipinos who covered that, such as Pinoy in Holland. I think Pinoy in Holland was there as well. I think marami pang ibang mga kababayan natin na nandoon, no, who actually, Siron at the Netherlands were also there, who were able to cover the development doon, mga kababayan. But after that, kasi nga po, 4 na araw na lang po, apat na araw na po ang visitation ng pamilya doon kay former President Rodrigo Roa Duterte. So they were able to establish na every Thursday po, it is very clear na wala pong visitation yan. Ang visitation po is from Monday to Friday, except Thursday. So 4 na beses. Thank you po ICC kasi binigyan niyo po ng mas mataas pang panahon ang pamilya para mag-spend time together with the family. Most especially, even though it is only 1.5 hours. Sometimes it's longer, but it actually depends. So, since Thursday wala po siyang visit, Friday wala po, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So basically almost 6 days na ata, no? Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Actually 7 days na, no? And aside from wala yung family visit, although there's always a visit from the lawyers, that normally happens or occur every morning po yan, every day, no. But again, let me reiterate that this time is actually the judicial recess ng ICC. However, it is not going to be a hindrance for them to make consequential decision or with respect to the development, kung ano bang pwede nilang ma-decide doon sa mga motions or whatnot na naka-appeal before the court. That has been made very clear to me by Attorney Kaufman when I asked or I brought this matter for clarification. And then, ngayon po, kasi sinabi naman ni Attorney Roque, no, na Ma'am Hanilet, with respect doon sa kanyang mga appointments, meron na-cancel daw, meron yung situation o ganyan. Actually po, we were able to grasp this information already since I think around, because there was already a growing curiosity sa akin. There's something wrong because most likely hindi po yan naka-cancel ang appointments. Hindi po yan basta-basta naka-cancel ang appointments. Kaya I was already curious, bakit ganoon? Because multiple times I was there sa Duterte Street waiting to cover nga, because to make up doon sa hindi ako naka-cover ng Wednesday, I really wanted to cover in the best way possible para po ma-share sa mga kababayan natin. Lalong-lalo na sa lahat ng media, please disclose this information. Please make sure that this information reach the people, the Filipino people, kasi gustong-gusto po natin na suportahan natin si Tatay Digong, 'di ba? But just to be very clear, si Tatay Digong po ay nasa loob pa ng ICC detention facility. So all of the insinuation, all of the news coming out from different personalities na si Tatay Digong ay nandoon na sa ibang bansa or whatnot, hindi po yan totoo. Si Tatay Digong, as much as we want na makalaya na po si Tatay Digong, unfortunately, with the circumstances and the case before the ICC, hindi pa po siya, nandoon pa po siya sa loob ng ICC detention facility. So, yun po. Si Ma'am Hanilet were not able to visit the former president kasi nga merong situation, and they are trying to look into that, and they are trying to make sure na ma-address na yung issue. Kasi nga, I think Kitty is also coming to join her mom or to also, after ng school activities matapos or whatnot, or matapos yung pagklase niya or whatnot, siguro mga activities or school related responsibilities niya, she's also going to come here to visit and take part in the visitation doon sa papa niya, doon kay former President Rodrigo Roa Duterte. So ngayon po, they are doing their best. Sinabi sa akin ni Kitty, Because out of concern, I don't know the whereabouts of Ma'am Hanilet. I asked this through her, and sinabi din niya na my mom is fine, my mom is okay, and that they're busy nga addressing the situation before the ICC detention facility. And when that is fixed, most likely we will know more updates with regard to that. Kasi nga kailangan din nating malaman ano bang nangyari, what happened, what went wrong, how are they able to address that for in the future ma-avoid po natin ito mga kababayan ano. So, yun po and as far as the situation of not being able to visit former President Rodrigo Roa Duterte, yun po, meron pong situation ngayon na kinakaharap nila. And that situation is being taken care of by the right individuals or the right people para po makapasok na and we were able to again continue the visitation. However po, with respect kay former President Rodrigo Roa Duterte, kamusta po ba si Tatay Digong? Si Tatay Digong po, he's fine, he's okay, he's in good spirits. And then most likely, I am very much happy to share to everyone nga. I already made mention about this matter yesterday, no? The former president has already charmed everyone inside the ICC detention facility, especially within his immediate vicinity. Kasi nga, alam niyo naman po si Tatay Digong, he's very much calm, he's very much approachable, friendly, he's a learned individual. He can handle whatever conversation or whatnot. So every time we ask employees inside, sometimes, the people who are nurses, and then when we pass by the ICC detention facility, and they're having a smoke break perhaps, and then we always say, we are supporters of our living hero, blah, blah, blah. So we always say these things. I always say these things. Sinasabi ko, nandito kami para sa kanya, sinusuportahan namin. And then we always ask, do you know our former president Rodrigo Roa Duterte? Do you know him? How is he inside? Gumaganyan kami actually sa mga empleyado, no, mismo yung mga puti. Sabi niya, oh, Mr. Duterte, ginaganito talaga nila. Oh, Mr. Duterte. Duterte talaga pagkasabi nila. Sabi ko, then we always say Duterte is Duterte, Rodrigo Roa Duterte, and then sinasabi nila, oh, he's very friendly. Oh, what a very sweet guy. Ganyan, ganyan talaga yung mga naratibo nila all the time. And then, nalaman din namin na yung mga tao doon pala, talagang nagsasalot na sa kanya, sinasabi na Mr. President, gumaganyan sa kanya. And at the same time, gumagawa na sila ng ganito, yung Duterte Fest, alam na nila. So, ang amin pong impression ay talagang Tatay Digong is also making an impact inside the ICC detention facility. In fact, kahit saan po natin ilagay si former President Rodrigo Roa Duterte, talagang lumalaban po siya, no? Talagang nasa-charm po niya ang mga tao doon sa loob or kung saan man sila nakapunta. The most important thing, we would have more information kung kamusta talaga si Tatay Digong, kung ano yung gusto niyang ipahiwatig because this is our practice no, na every time we always ask the family or whoever actually visits him, how is he doing, ano ba yung mensahe niya, ganito, ganyan. So, yan lang po hindi natin alam kung anong mensahe niya sa mga kababayan or sa ating mga Pilipino, hindi natin yan alam. Hindi din natin alam na kung ano yung dapat sabihin or gusto ipahiwatig ni former president kung alam ba niya yung mga current events na nangyari sa Pilipinas or mga ganito ganyan, 'di ba? So hindi natin yan nalalaman kasi nga this should come from really the people who visited him, who actually struck a conversation with him to have exchange of statements or thoughts sa kanya. Doon lang natin malalaman ano yung dapat sabihin or anong gusto ipahiwatig ni former President Rodrigo Roa Duterte. So, ang importante na malaman natin na he's okay, he's fine, yun, alam na po natin yan. Okay po si former president, but I think if the family will be able to express this in greater detail, that would be very much appreciated. That would be very much, how do I say that, looked forward by mga kababayan natin. I am one of that. I am one of those kababayan na talagang gusto kong malaman anong nangyayari. No, ako mismo gusto ko talagang malaman. However, we are not privy to those information kasi nga we are not visiting him, and perhaps there are some things that we cannot divulge to the public or cannot be of public information kasi nga, if you notice, even in the submission of motions or documents which are very much accessible by the public, or to the public rather. Most of the very important details are redacted. In the same way that these things are very much important for us to respect yung privacy, yung weight or gravity ng information na dapat hindi natin sabihin sa lahat ng tao. Kasi nga hindi natin alam, yung iba nag-aantay lang na masabi natin yung mga dapat hindi sabihin. So yun po ang katotohanan. In as far as okay ba or hindi si Tatay Digong, the answer is that he's fine. The answer is that he was able to um, address the situation. No, he was able to still have a life inside, although I'm pretty sure ayaw niya ang nangyayari sa kanya, but because he respects the judicial proceeding, because he sacrificed and he's doing this to the Philippines and lahat ng mga bawat pamilyang Pilipino, he embraced that this is the kind of life that he needs to face or to attain to at the present moment in time. Yan po ang katotohanan, mga kababayan. On the other hand, alam ko po, meron ding nagtatanong sa akin, marami ang nagtatanong sa akin, kung na-hospital ba si Tatay Digong, kung na-rush ba siya sa hospital, nailabas ba siya, ganito, ganyan, kasi marami pong mga information na sinasabi about that, no? It was even made public by Boss Dada. So, just to answer to that, because again, the Vice President even referred to that I am not, she said verbatim, I am not sure if she's cleared to divulge this information to the public. So I actually asked Attorney Kaufman in that regard, and sinabi ni Attorney Kaufman sa akin, no, na as a matter of principle, he does not make any comment with respect doon sa mga medical situations or whatever related to these things, no? Kay Tatay Digong, kung nalalaman niyo, sinasabi ni, or most of the time, si Attorney Kaufman talaga, ay palagi niyang sinasabi na hindi niya kinokomentan yung mga ganyang bagay. Kaya nga palagi niya sinasabi na is in good spirits or ganyan, kasi it's a matter of principle to him. Kasi dito sa Europe, mga kababayan, ang magtanong po sa medical condition ng isang tao is very frowned upon. In the same way that kung magtanong ka kung ano ang sahod ng isang tao dito, people will frown upon you because that is a very unethical question, an unethical behavior of an individual para po tanungin mo ang mga ganyang bagay. But I understand naman na tayo mga Pilipino, iba yung kultura natin. Iba yung atake natin sa mga bagay na ganito kasi gusto nating malaman lahat-lahat. 'Di ba? Pero po, irespeto po natin na ang kultura po dito sa Europa, iba po ang kultura dito kaysa sa Pilipinas. Kaya dito po tayo nagka-clash kasi tayo mga Pilipino, we want this, we want that. Pero po, dito sa Europe, that is a very frowned upon question. That's why, most probably, as a matter of principle, sinabi na Attorney Kaufman, I don't make any comments relating to medical situation or whatnot. Kasi if there's a pressing matter pertaining to the former president, I'm pretty sure they are going to release this particular information. Kung na-notice niyo po, tinanong si Attorney Kaufman if there will be a health bulletin board. Kung mag-release ba ang ICC, sabi talaga ni Attorney Kaufman, that's also unethical kasi hindi dapat yan ginagawa. Most especially kasi dito guys, talagang these things, health-related concerns, yung mga ganyan, hindi yan pwedeng tanungin or even i-disclose by the medical practitioners or medical officers without the consent of that particular individual. No, hindi talaga yan pwedeng gawin. In the same way po, hindi din pwedeng gawin, it is a frowned upon practice pag sinasabi sa iyo, ano bang sweldo mo? Ano ba yung sahod mo? That's why you always say, do you mind me asking in what particular industry are you associated or ganito ganyan? What's your work? Ganyan. It is a very, very, how to say that, uh, sensitive matter to topic with, especially in a conversation. Pero kasi sa atin sa Pilipinas, we feel very entitled kasi to ask these questions as if it is our right to know these questions, no? But that is the beauty of culture. But that doesn't mean that one culture is better than the other. It is a matter of practice. Ano po yung nakasanayan natin? Kasi sa Pilipinas, nakasanayan na po talaga natin yan na tinatanong na lang natin basta-basta out of thin air, tinatanong natin, ano ba yung trabaho mo? Magkano yung sahod mo dyan? Ganito. Ganyan po ang ating atake pag sa ganyang mga bagay. But dito in Europe, if you ask that to somebody, an ordinary person you met somewhere, sabi ko, ano ba yung trabaho mo? Gaganyan yan, who are you? That's very offensive. That's so unethical of you. Ganyan yan ka talaga. Because you should not ask this kind of questions. So, ang atin, wait, may natanong ako. Rod sent, wag mo na lang tanungin si Kaufman tungkol kay Roque para tuloy pinag-aaway ang dalawa. Sir, that is not the, ano ba tawag dyan? That is not the objective, no? Na pag-awayin ang mga tao. These are only clarificatory questions. And the answers, that's why verbatim po siya, because we don't have any narrative here. Those questions are legit on its own. Those questions are not plucked out of thin air na parang gusto mo lang itanong yun para mag-cause ka lang or something. No, no, no. All of the questions are based on statement previously done by individuals or based on the developing circumstances before the case of the former president before the ICC. Yan po ang katotohanan. Hindi po yan, alam mo yun, yung parang sinasabi mo na lang basta-basta because you wanted to, na gusto ko lang mag-cause ng intriga. Sir, kung bago po kayo dito, sir, I don't like to do that. Kasi po, what is it that I will get out from that? Hindi po ako ganyan. Ako po ay naniniwala doon lang po sa katotohanan. That's why, yung katotohanan kasi sir, hindi yan pwedeng i-balibalihin. Hindi mo yan pwedeng i-manipulate or whatnot. Katotohanan is the truth in itself. Yan po yung approach ko. I don't engage in what seem to be a politicking or whatnot, harassment or what. Wala akong ganyan. So, kung gusto niyo po yan, this is not the platform for you. You can basically go out somewhere else and kasi ang sa akin po, very simple, plain and simple. I adhere to the statement of Attorney Kaufman saying, respect the judicial process, respect the defense team, respect the prosecutors, respect the OPCV, respect the victims, respect the judges. In short, leave the entire legal proceedings alone. Kasi ang magagawa lang po natin bilang ordinaryong tao, bilang ordinaryong mamamayan na sumusuporta kay PRRD ay talagang magpakita ng pagmamahal at suporta. We cannot move in parallel between the efforts of the whole legality of the case, alleged crimes and charges before the ICC. Bawal po tayong basta-basta na lang gumalaw na ganito ganyan without even the consent, without even the how do I say that, the go signal of the defense team. Kasi sila po talaga, sa kanila dapat manggaling ang lahat, hindi po dapat manggaling sa atin. Kasi ayaw ko pong pangunahan ang mga galawan ng taong nagre-representa sa living hero na I call living hero. I don't know if you resonate to the same sentiment. I call the living hero at former President Rodrigo Roa Duterte. Yun po ang katotohanan, mga kababayan. Hindi ko po attitude talaga na gumagawa-gawa na lang ng kung ano-anong situation or wala po akong ganyan. Ang akin po is that if that is the case, let's ask and verify. If that is the situation, let's ask and verify to the right individuals para po okay ang ating, how do you say that, ang ating approach. Ang ating approach is there's always personal accountability. There's always personal leadership that that if you're engaging in what seemed to be unethical, it will come out, the result of that will always come out highly questionable. But if you are only doing something na diretso lang, walang problema, within the bounds of law, within the bounds of your ethical behavior, within the bounds of your moral compass, you are not answerable to everyone because people will see through that. Yan po ang katotohanan. Kaya ako, I'm only concerned about former President Rodrigo Roa Duterte, ensuring that the Filipinos know what it is that's happening here, whatever development, whether positive or negative, favorable or unfavorable to the former president, binibigay ko po yan sa lahat for everyone to know. Kaya nga palagi kong sinasabi, i-share ninyo ang live, i-share ninyo ang post, i-share ninyo lahat, mag-engage kayo or whatnot. Kasi importante na malaman ng taong bayan ano ang nangyayari kay former President Rodrigo Roa Duterte. Ano ang nangyayari sa taong binigay ang lahat most of his life to public office, to public service para i-advance ang interest at welfare ng mga taong nire-representa niya or what we call his constituents. Yan po ang aking pananaw at yan po ay most likely, most probably hindi pananaw ng lahat ng tao, but I am expressing this for people to know that I do not like when people impose to me what seem to be their pananaw. Hindi po, ayaw ko po talaga yung parang kinokontrol mo ako or gusto mo akong kontrolin. Hindi po ako ganyan. Totoo lang. Ang akin po is that iba-iba po tayo ng iba-iba po tayo ng pananaw sa buhay, demokrasya po ito. Even though if we have differing views, we cannot say yung statement na, oh, nakikita mo na si Attorney Kaufman ay nagsisinungaling. What's your basis? 'Di ba? One would already think, what's your basis? Are you saying that one is saying the truth and the other is lying just because you want to say so? Hindi pa ako ganyan. Meron po akong basis sa lahat ng pinagsasabi ko and meron po akong, how do I say that, pananagutan sa mga pinagsasabi ko because I always feel that you are responsible with respect sa lahat ng mga actions mo. And this should be the case to all of the public servants. This should be the case sa lahat ng mga taong gustong magsilbi sa bayan at sa lahat ng bawat pamilyang Pilipino. Yan po dapat ang mindset natin. Yan po dapat ang pwede nating gawin. Hindi lang po ngayon, kung hindi sa buong buhay natin. Yan po ang katotohanan. Kaya kung magsasabi ang tao ng mga negative sa akin or whatnot, fine. That's your opinion. That doesn't mean that your opinion is truthful. That doesn't mean that your opinion is highly what represents reality. Yan po, kahit ano pong sabihin ninyo sa aking mga pangbababoy or whatsoever, ano pong sabihin ninyo sa akin, hindi po ako apektado. Well, sometimes, maybe I will a little bit feel like, oh, bakit siya makasabi ganyan? But then, eventually, I will always go to, address what it is that really motivated me to doing this. Then I will be again cleared sa aking utak, sa aking pag-iisip. Totoo. Hindi importante yan. I don't care about the noise surrounding the entire issue. Ang akin is totoo. Dito tayo sa totoo. Doon tayo sa kabutihan. Doon tayo sa kung anong pinaniniwalaan natin. Because if you are not governed by your ethical behavior, if you're not governed by your objectives, if you're not governed by your whatever it is that you anchor yourself into from the very beginning, hindi ka po magiging okay. Kasi palagi mo you're constantly questioning, ano ba, totoo ba to? Ganito, ganyan, ganyan. Bakit ko ba to ginagawa? Hindi. Kaya I will always push through. I will always keep on doing the things that I feel I need to do as a Filipino. This is my bit as a Filipino. This to work for the people para po ipahiwatig sa ating mga kababayan ano po ang pwede nating gawin bilang Pilipino, lalong-lalo na sa kaso ni former President Rodrigo Roa Duterte before the ICC. Yan po mga kababayan. Kaya ako po sa inyong lahat, ako ay nagpapasalamat sa inyo kasi hindi as much as hindi ako natitinag, hindi din kayo natitinag. Patuloy pa rin ang inyong pagsuporta sa akin. Patuloy pa rin ang ating laban. Patuloy pa rin ang ating paniniwala na si former President Rodrigo Roa Duterte ay talagang makakalaya sa mas lalong madaling panahon. Lalong-lalo na kung hindi natin ginugulo ang mismong general niya. The general in this fight before the ICC, in the whole legal battle, is the lead counsel attorney Nicholas Kaufman. Ito po ang tao na dapat nating bigyan ng sobrang-sobrang pagmamahal at suporta. At pagdasal natin na sana gabayan siya ng right wisdom and knowledge and that he will never feel tired sa pakikipaglaban niya para mapalaya si Tatay Digong hanggang sa dulo.